So a couple problems with the Ekko stock screens and shades cassettes. First of all, there's this huge gap on the edge, which lets in bugs that are determined to get in. So you do this kind of thing, you stuff it with foam or whatever you can put in there as a hack. But the real big problem is that the holes in the screen are too big for what are known as no-see-ums on the East Coast. Punkies, I think they're also called in some places. This is a very, very tiny biting fly. It's way smaller than a grain of rice. And they just come right through the screens. So when you're having a no-see-um infestation, there's no way to keep them out unless you shut the windows. Which is fine if you like to run air conditioning, but we do not, so we're open window screen people. That's the jaw of this teeny tiny creature under magnification. You can really feel them when they bite you. It's pretty amazing for how small they are. So what do? You go online, you start looking for a solution. Some owners have tried these, but I'm skeptical that any glue will stick to the shade frame because, let's face it, when the sun is directly on the window, it's going to get at least over 100 degrees. Maybe there's some 3M adhesive that will stick in those conditions, but I'm not so sure. There's this other one where you're directed to staple Velcro onto the screen. And I thought, well, that sounds kind of sketchy, like the staples are going to rust and it's going to look like crap. And are they really going to hold? But it sort of planted the seed of an idea. Fortunately, we have a secret weapon. Our secret weapon's name is Maria. She's a very, very good seamstress. And she's helped us with a couple of Ekko projects over the years. So I thought, well, if I just buy the no-see-um screen, which you can buy easily, sometimes it's also sold as midge screen or midge netting, and have Maria sew Velcro onto the screen. That would be a neat looking screen and would dispense with the staples. But then how do you get the Velcro onto the frame if you're not going to use glue or double-sided tape? Well, the first thing you got to do, obviously, is take the cassette off the wall. It's a couple of screws. It's not a big deal. What I decided to do was pop rivet the Velcro to the frame. So here I'm marking out spots. I went about every 6 inches. Then hit it with a center punch to give your drill bit a place to go without drifting. And this is really important. You got to put something underneath to keep that drill bit from getting into the shade itself. And you really don't want the drill bit to come in contact with the string. Don't ask me how I know that. I used a putty knife. So you drill a bunch of 1/8 inch holes. And you also have to make a hole in the Velcro. I used a little punch pick sort of thing. Kind of a small ice pick. Here's the pop rivets going in. You don't want to make that hole too big. You do want them to go in tight. And you just rivet along every 6 inches or so. That's what I did. And it seems to be working, that interval. Kind of a guesstimate. I didn't really have any experience with this sort of thing. And away you go. Rivet in the Velcro. Now, the one mistake I made is I should have stretched it, because what happens is when it gets cold, the Velcro kind of bubbles a little bit. Hasn't been a problem for the screens, but it's something to keep in mind if you try this. You want to give that Velcro a good stretch as you're riveting it in. And you may have luck with the super heavy-duty sticky Velcro, but I didn't think I would. I just don't trust that stuff over 100 degrees, which is what it's going to encounter in this environment. Here you can see the rivets. Here's the screen, all done up neat and tidy by our friend Maria. And you can see they fold up in a really small package. There's no no-see-um netting, there's nothing to it. It's just so thin and light. So when you're in a situation where the bugs are coming in and you don't want to mess around with foam rubber, or the holes in the screen are so big that they're just letting them all through, you can add this extra layer of screen protection, keep the windows open for ventilation, and not be donating blood the entire time that you're in your Ekko. So anyway, your mileage may vary. It's an idea. It's working great for us. And good luck.